In this video, I will show you how to check the price of the PCB manufacturer if you know the size of your PCB and some other properties. So there are a lot of manufacturers, mostly they are in China. So the one which I use most commonly is PCBWay. So the address is pcbway.com. So you have to open this website, and right in the front there is you can get an estimate for the price of your PCB, and so you have to enter the length and width of your PCB and choose the number. So they can only work with multiples of 5. So the smallest number is 5 PCBs, and if you press this button, they will show you the price and some other options. So uh, you don't have to change these options. These are just the default options, and they are the best. You just have to make sure that the size of your PCB is just like the way you want it. So 100 mm by 100 mm is the most common size, and above this size, the price increases very quickly. So you also have to select the quantity, and let's check how much it will cost to manufacture 5 pieces of 100 by 100 millimeter PCBs. So you have to select the country, and of course, if you are shipping to Pakistan, then you have to add the shipping cost for Pakistan. There are several shipping methods, and they are listed in the order of decreasing prices. So the DHL is most expensive, and it will cost $42 to ship to Pakistan, but it will get here very quickly. In my experience, uh, it will reach you in like 3 or 4 days. And the most uh, cheapest one is the China Post, and it will take a lot of days, not exactly these amount of days, but like 15 to 20 days, and it will cost the least, and the price will be the least amount of price. So if we make a PCB that is 100 by 100 mm and we make 5 pieces, then its weight will be 0.15 kilograms, and if you ship it by China Post to Pakistan, it will cost you $7. So the total will be $12, like listed here. You can try out some other options here as well. Like if you make 10 pieces instead of 5 pieces, the price will remain same. The PCB cost will remain $5, but the shipping cost will get more because the package is now heavier. So you have to ship 350 grams. So it depends upon you how many boards you want to ship, but the basic process is the same. So if you are satisfied with this price and this quantities, then you will proceed. There are some other options as well which ship a little more quickly, but they cost more. So you can have EMS, and in my experience, EMS reaches you in about 7 or 8 days. So this is good as well, but it costs quite a lot more. There are other methods as well: Hong Kong DHL, then FedEx IP, and then the DHL, of course. So I think the China Post works the best. It is saying here 82 to 97 days, but usually it ships in like you can have the boards in your hand in about um, like 8 to 10 days after they have shipped from there. These are the times which are given before the coronavirus, but now they are taking a little more time, like 2 weeks or something. So this is the procedure. There are a lot of other options for the board as well, but the default options are just fine for normal boards. So uh, there is the material, which is the most common one is FR4, and if you select aluminium or Rogers board, then it will cost a lot more, like surprisingly a lot more. So the aluminium PCB is uh, the cost goes to $26, and similarly the Rogers board is very expensive. And even the FR4 material comes in three qualities. So the default one is the best, and it can work with all common requirements. But you can try out these as well. But these will cost a lot of more money, but it will make a better board. And the thickness of the board is by default 1.6 millimeters. If you want to increase it, then it will obviously cost more, and believe me, it costs a lot of more money. So the default option is just the best. You can decrease the thickness of the board, but the price will not decrease. In fact, it will increase from here. So the best uh, thickness for common boards is 1.6 mm. Then you have minimum crack spacing. You can 8 mil is a very small size for common boards, and this is just fine. Then you have minimum hole size. This is 0.3 mm is fine as well. Then there's an important thing called solder mask color. This is actually the color of the board which you will finally get. So default they are by default the color is green, but okay, I think I made some mistake here. Yeah, I think it is selecting the aluminum one. Okay, I think they are out of the green solder mask, so they prefer you to use the white solder mask. And there are other colors as well. You can try out the blue color, the black color as well. But some colors cost more money. So you have to see the cost as well and the color of the board you will like. I think they are out of the green color, so they are, yeah, this is fine now. So you can select any color. Then the silk screen must be contrasted with the solder mark. So if you're selecting white solder marks, then the silk screen will be black. And if you're selecting green solder marks, then the silk screen will be, it can be white, but you can select any of these colors. But it is a good idea to select a contrasting color. These are some advanced options. I think you should go with the default option selected. Gold fingers are a very expensive uh, way to create some edges of the board, and obviously it will cost a lot more than a normal board. Similarly, the finishing is this is the default finishing, which is hassle with lead. You can go for lead free as well, but it will obviously cost a lot more. Then you can have the gold plated boards. Then this is the most expensive quality. It is hard gold, and it is literally gold plated on your board. And then there are a few options with the wires. I think you don't want to select any other than this tenting wires, because this will change the way your board connects between the layers. Then you have the finished copper thickness. This is the thickness of the copper on your board. The default thickness is 1 ounce per square probably feet. And if you increase the thickness, the price of the board will go up very fast. So the default thickness is just fine. In fact, all of these settings are just fine if you are making uh, if you go with the default settings, and if you increase any of these settings, so this will increase the price